Hey everyone, this is Mark with the Foss Home team at Keller Williams Realty, and we're just a little bit past the halfway point in March, and of course everyone's talking about the basketball tournament, but we're also a couple of days away from the first day of spring, and I can assure you that the spring market is already in full bloom as it relates to real estate. So I thought for this month's Market Mojo we'd bring out something special, and I present March Market Madness. And to give those sellers who are thinking about getting their house on the market a little bit of a head start, we're going to feature this month the top 6 mistakes that sellers make when they go to put their house on the market. So let's get right to it. Number 6 on the list, ignoring curb appeal. Now we all know from watching HGTV and certainly from word of mouth and the internet that it's important to get the inside of your house ready for buyers, but guess what? It's just as important to get the outside ready. And the reason for that, the first showing is always on the internet, usually on the internet, mostly on the internet, looking at photos. But when the buyers pull up to the curb to look at your house before they come in, that's your second showing. So make sure the outside of the house is pleasing and presentable to prospective buyers, or they might not even come in. Number 5 on the list, no pre-inspection. It's amazing to me that in this day and time how few agents are still insisting or encouraging their sellers to have the home inspected before it goes on the market. And when you think about it, it makes sense to know that there aren't going to be any surprises when the buyer does their home inspection, because the buyer will do a home inspection. So you get a chance as a seller to eliminate any surprises, and if there is anything that comes up that needs to be addressed, you address them on your terms. You don't have to worry about the buyer being freaked out over something that they shouldn't be freaked out about. It makes for a more pleasant experience when you go through the process, gives the buyer peace of mind. And the worst thing that can happen to a seller once the house goes under contract is to have to come back on the market, especially if it's because of a home inspection. So get your house pre-inspected. Number 4 on the list, no plan. Now, we all hear about how important it is to plan in just about anything you do in life. And believe me, buying or selling a home is no different. So before you do anything else, we encourage people, don't spend any money preparing your house until we have a chance to sit down and walk through the house with you, talk about what can be done, where you might be able to save some money. Our 60-day home selling system, that's one of the key factors, is to have that initial meeting as soon as possible, as early as possible in the process, so you don't waste any money. Moving on to number 3. Poor or incomplete preparation. Now, I've already mentioned how most people are aware of the fact that you have to prepare the inside of the house for the buyer, but most people also are not necessarily aware of how much you need to do and how important it is to do as much as possible for the buyer, because buyers, they really don't want to have to put anything into the home. They want something that's move-in ready. Think of it as you're competing against new construction. How close to new can you get your home? And the closer you get it to new, the more the buyer will be willing to pay for it, and the less you'll have to negotiate price. So make sure the preparation is complete, and of course our 60-day home selling system will show you how to do that as well with our stager, the pre-inspection that we've already talked about. Number 2 on the list, this is a tricky one for me because I'm not looking to call out other agents as good or bad. There are bad professionals in every profession, regardless of whether it's attorneys, doctors, accountants. It's just the nature of professions, and of course us as humans. We're not perfect. But you want to get an agent that is going to be able to deliver what you want to deliver. There are plenty of agents who sell lots of homes by being very adept at convincing people to keep reducing their price until they get it sold. The other way to sell a house is to unlock the value in your home. That's what we try to do for buyers who want to try to get the best price in the shortest period of time. Our 60-day home selling system shows you how to unlock the value in your home so that you can get a really good price for the house. And finally, speaking of price, the number one mistake that sellers make when they go to the market is poor pricing. And that can be either too high or too low. It can affect you negatively, either one of those. It's always best to try to get the most precise pricing. And it doesn't mean you can't be aggressive with it, because when you unlock value like we do with our 60-day home selling system, when you unlock the value of your home, you can be a little more aggressive with the price. So those are the 6 keys. And of course, while you're getting your home ready to go on the market, you want to root for the local basketball teams as they go out to compete in the various tournaments, the NCAA tournaments. Of course, I'm a UVA grad, so go Hoos. The Rams are in it as well, VCU, go Rams. And Hampton already won their first game, so go Hampton. I think they get Kentucky next. And of course, the local teams in the NIT, the best of them, U of R, William & Mary, and ODU. Enjoy March Madness. Enjoy the spring weather. And when you're ready to get your house on the market, get us in there first to sit down with you. This is Mark with the Foss Home team at Keller Williams Realty, lighting your way home. Enjoy the rest of the month.